dice.
Here. Okay. Now we're live, so you can tell all the world how to do this, because I want to. We're all going to follow this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we go to D&D. If we get special dice, if we go to D&D Beyond.
If you go to D&D Beyond / my-dice, my-dice, that actually brings up all of the dice that you can enable. If you have a subscription, you get a lot of free dice. If you have a subscription, you can get Baldur's Gate 3 dice, old school dice. Wife, you have a set that I don't have actually. I have the basic black dice, old school, dice of healing, the everlasting rhyme, sanguine dice set, dice of heroism, beyond dice set, fuzzy dice set, clockwork dice set, the treasure hoard dice set, Yule dice set, which is my Christmas set. We will not do that until December. Just we're all clear. The Thember Shod's dice set, raw amethyst, gemstone dice, elder flame dice set, Bigsby's hand. Sam, that's for you. And Baldur's Gate 3 set.
So I didn't get the Baldur's Gate 3 one. How do you get that?
I sent you literally the TikTok to click on the thing to get the dice set. Last night, in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night? I might have to go back and look.
You need to go click on the thing.
I'll go click on the thing to get the thing, because I need
forget
BG3.
that, Jay, you have it. But yeah.
All right. Well, with all that being said, where am I? Are you guys all ready to dive back into this world of things and happiness?
There's no happiness in D&D. We're all very aware, right?
Welcome to Tuesday Night
I had happiness last week when I got one over on...
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Yeah, for sure.
Tonight's episode of Dungeons and Dragons with Friends is brought to us by AskCodex.ai.
AskCodex?
AskCodex.ai.
How do you spell that?
AskCodex.ai. I don't know how you would do an I with your hands.
Now you have a jingle.
AI. Anyways. All right, let me read this recap and we can hop into the confusion that is the back alley brawlers right now. What's happening here? In a thrilling battle against the cunning kobolds, the brave adventurers emerged victorious and followed Snaggle's lead into a hidden entrance. Venturing into the sacred temple of Shar, they skillfully picked locks, uncovered the captive Brian Flosson, and engaged in a fierce clash with the mysterious Shadowvar. The party eventually freed Flosson and secured their much-needed victory. But the adventure didn't end there. Amidst the chaos, Coley employed her negotiating prowess to strike a deal with Snaggle over coveted cigars that he had taken, instead of taking the mysterious piece of parchment that Amber eventually snagged off of Brian Flosson. With Brian Flosson safely in the care, the valiant group set off to the Shenu and obtained the legendary Manticore horn that they were ultimately after. Ready to face new challenges, the whimsical, epic, and mysterious journey of the Back Alley Brawlers continues on tonight's episode of whatever we call this thing on Tuesday nights. The D&D crew with no name. Yeah.
But we have a name. It's called We Be Toys and Stuff.
We Be Toys and Stuff and doing things and all that stuff and things. So we come back to our crew. It's still nighttime. You guys have just left the Shenu's area. You're in Central Park. It's about 10 p.m. at night. As you guys have gone through all of your epicness, and you guys are all standing around now, trying to decide what is your next step. Do you take the Manticore horn back to the leader of the Black Hats, Bobby Knockernackle, and fulfill your duties to him? Or there is the idea tossed around of maybe we can cut off a piece of this Manticore horn and take it to one of Coley's connections to maybe have it shaped into a sphere that would allow you to scry on other people. There's also, I don't know, just go get a beer. I don't know what the options are here as we go to the back alley brawlers, as you guys are ready to begin on tonight's mission. I turn it over to you.
I thought we were going to go talk to my contact about getting a spear made for us.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Who's your contact?
Your contacts are, I don't know how to put this. What is the word that I'm looking for? Shifty. So there's been some situations that we have experienced that I'm not exactly sure I know that we're going to get the thing that we're going to get. I typically assume, allegedly, that we're gonna talk to your contact, and there's probably going to be a thing we have to give them to get what we want.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, I'm out of things to give, so I'm not sure. Does somebody else have something to give? I just want to know before we go do the thing.
Yeah, do you know what the cost of this is going to be? Or are we just blindly walking in to another?
I don't remember the cost that I paid last time, so.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Probably better.
Probably.
Mr. Qualls, since you don't have like a name on your
I'm DM. Mr. DM.
Jim.
I've done dealings with this person
GMGQ.
before, so would I have an idea of what would be asked for?
Give me a history or an insight check. I'll let you pick either one of those, whichever one you want to roll on that with.
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna do it on here. Insight, you said is okay?
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
Okay. I'll say with a 14, your insights from your previous interactions with your contact has been that they tend to like to work for, they'll work for gold coins. That's a currency in your area that holds a lot of weight behind it. This person also does like to do trades for other items at times. And of course, yeah, everybody, if you're willing to do a favor, can help out in that case. As far as gold coinage, you're asking them not to just make like a simple weapon or something like that. You're asking to kind of craft a magical item, and there's some skill and time maybe involved in that. So you don't, you typically just deal in the trade and sale of magical items that are already created. So you don't typically have them creating things, but you've had her repair some things in the past. So, in that case, a repair was like a, 2 or 3 gold coin, or, a couple $100 to $1,000 US dollars if you wanted to do that too. So.
Okay, but I've done trades as well.
Yes, for like other items, as far as, that's kind of one of your things you like to deal with, is like everybody likes a good magic item for a magic item.
Would I know of something that she's interested in right now?
With a 14, I'm going to say no. It's not been, you haven't talked to her recently, probably.
Okay. So I'm going to relay to everyone the information of, it could potentially be gold coins or a trade or a combination of, or a favor, but we will try to not be beholden to anyone with favors.
Yeah, so to give you a little bit more clarity on that too, is like, this person, like, if you wanted to do a favor, that would be a possibility, but they're not typically a person that's like, I'll do this if you do a favor for me. It's more of a, if you got the coin, they'll do the work. That's kind of what they do. This is their job, in a sense.
Okay.
I got a couple gold coin if that's what it's going to take to do this.
Okay. I've got some items I could probably use for a trade if needed.
Got a little bit of gold, depending on how much.
I've been out of work for a couple weeks, so my
You have
pay
not.
has not
You've been going to work every day.
I
Stop
haven't
it.
actually. I actually have to not go to work so that we could do the things. So no, it's
Well,
fine.
I think it's fair for us to go get a quote and see how much they think it would be, and then go from there.
No,
What can I get for 350? About 350.
350.
About 350.
I got $3.50 and
Lock this monster. Sorry.
and I got bagel and locks. Does that cover anything? All right.
maybe she needs a website set up.
roll for tech support.
Hold on, no, we have the site. It's called Only Locks.
Only
It's
Locks.
happening.
There we go.
Yeah, it's Only Locks.
Only
It's
Locks.
happening.
It's like Goldilocks, but kind of in that same realm of it. All right. Perfect. Well, it's late at night. Coley, I would say this, that you know that she's probably not going to be up and at her shop this late at night, but you definitely could go there tomorrow morning.
Okay, so should we do a long rest?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the next morning.
Excellent transition.
Well, here's what I will say. While you guys all go back to your respective places to rest for the night and stuff, here's what you don't see. Is back in Hell's Kitchen, deep underneath the ground, in this hidden temple to Shar, in a closed off room that you guys were just recently in, you see a tall, very pale figure. Well, I was gonna say you don't see a very tall, pale figure. Like just sickly, tight skin to their face, wearing a black trench coat and a black hat on the top of that. And you see them reach down, pick up a pair of pliers with blood on it, smell the pliers. You see them wave their hand, and the blood on the pliers pools up into a glob in the air in front of them. And you see them just reach out, grab that pool of blood, and stick it down inside of their coat pocket. And then you see them walk out of the room. So, this is nothing all you characters know, but just kind of, I'm trying something new. Bri Iyengar does this in her deal of like what you don't see. So you guys know storyline, other things that are happening in the world. So, all right.
I like it.
It's now the next morning. Where do you guys want to meet up? Are we meeting at Wohop? Just make it the standard greeting meeting place. Okay.
Wait, am I not going to work? What is? Are we during the week? Like, am I not going to work? Like, I need to go to work.
I thought you said you had the day off anyway.
I
thought you were going to take PTO.
We did take PTO.
I thought you were taking a week off.
I did.
Like a month
I'm just
off.
trying to understand what day I'm on because I have to like send a text.
It's only been like one day.
It is. I just rolled. It's Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Then we're fine, guys. Then I'll get up and be like.
I literally just so you know, I rolled a 6.
You got to put it down lower. We can see it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what.
We'll take a 6. We'll take a
No,
Saturday.
it's still too
for
high.
sure.
There you go.
There you go.
Sorry, wrong camera. I was doing it for the for the stream.
6. 9 upside down, guys. We're on a
Wow,
Tuesday.
it's a great time. Yeah.
Going up on a Tuesday.
It's a Saturday. Took the week off, just making sure that we did not go over because I got to get to work. So.
All right. So, Coley, you would know how to get here, but this is, do you want to tell them the group or anything that you're going to? Do you remember who you're going to go see? Do I need to do
we're
this?
going to see my my connection. Her name is Zara, and she's part of the Underfolk, which are the dwarves. And they're the Underfolk, Underdark.
They live in in tunnels and things underneath the city.
Do we know this?
I mean,
now.
I would say Vash, you know of the Underdark at a high level,
Sure.
but
But I have no idea about Coley's involvement.
No, nobody knows Coley's involvement with anybody. That's
clearly
the case. Coley
clearly.
doesn't even know her involvement half the time.
Coley's just hanging out with the Underdwarves.
I don't either. I've gotta constantly go back to her thing, and in fact, I'm missing it right now, knowing who she has connection with. In fact, I should go find that up and be like all of Coley's connections, because I forgot this one because some of her stuff. Okay, this one actually knows Coley as Coley. Okay, cool. I was sitting here going like, what does Coley has so many different identities she goes by, like which one's in this one? Vash, give me a history check.
No.
Because whenever she says the underfolk and we're going to go see my friend Zara
no, that's
in the,
fine.
the
Yeah,
Underdark.
no, history. 100% history. Yeah, absolutely.
Or the Underfolk, I shouldn't say Underdark. Underfolk.
I got a 25.
Damn, dude. Here's what you know about the Underfolk whenever she says this, that she's like, it's the dwarves or something like that. You know that actually the Underfolk are a peaceful faction made up of various different people that are basically didn't want to be a part of any other faction. They aren't wanted by the world of Erda, aren't wanted by their own worlds that they came from, and so they all went underground to get away from all this and basically live in peace with each other. And so you do have dwarfs, you have Dwugar, you have dark elves, you have dark not trolls, but dark gnomes, all this kind of people down there that typically can be shunned by society. They all go underneath there and lead that. With a 25, you also know that they are led by Ilvara, Ilvara, and she is a dark elf that came here a long time ago. She was cast out of Faerun and specifically Mizobaran, where she was a priestess of Lolth, but she decided to recant that way and go away from it, and that's part of what got her kicked out and banished here. And her main goal is basically to keep the peace and everything underneath that. And that she formed the Underfolk. So typically Underfolk are very peaceful.
So I understand that they are outcasts and people that don't have a place in their situation.
Mm-hmm.
And the leader is good to go because she's solid. She's like, I don't want to do this thing. I'm not going to do religion. Called it.
Yep. And the thing with the Underfolk is, like, you, even with the 25, you're like, oh, you know all these things? Nobody really knows how the hell to get to the Underfolk's area.
Fair.
So, but Coley apparently does. So, with that being said, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I have it written down somewhere, but we'll get back to it another time. Actually, you know what? I do have it right here, I think, where I can say, so where you guys are, you see Coley start heading off, and you guys are chit-chatting, drinking your coffee. It's early Saturday morning. Streets of New York City are bustling, but it's not as bad as it is normally during the week, kind of a thing. And it's the early morning feeling and vibes of that going on. Sounds of the city, people getting up, shops opening up, but, kind of not the normal craziness, but it's New York City. It's busy. You guys are heading out from Wohop, and you see Coley start heading towards the financial district, but more towards like City Hall area. And as she gets there, you see her go up to the old City Hall subway stop door. And Vash, you would know that this is kind of a closed down, abandoned subway station that is no longer used. Used to be used back in the day, but isn't. And Coley kind of goes up to it and pulls out a key from her stash of things and unlocks it, opens the door, and lets you guys all in, and you guys head down into this place. She closes the door behind and locks it, and you guys go down these subway steps into this really kind of, there's light coming in because you can still see from outside coming in through various windows that pour in here, but it's an old abandoned subway station. And you guys are standing there just kind of in this place where you can see all this intricate tile work around you. It's actually very beautiful, but it's abandoned, and you can tell it hasn't been used in years in this case. And every now and then you actually see a real subway kind of maybe go by, because this is where it goes through to turn back around. But you guys are just standing there for a few minutes. As you see Coley kind of walk over and looks down at her watch, which the dragon came out of the night before. And she looks down at the timer and goes, should be here in about another 10 minutes or so.
Literally, Vash is just with his phone, just like taking pictures. Coley, do you understand? Like, nobody has been here in a very long time. I don't understand, like, how you got access to this. So I don't understand. What? How do you? What?
Vash, if those pictures make it out, it will be your head. They are for your eyes only, or delete them now.
So save until I can post them at a later date, is what you're saying.
No. You can enjoy them yourself, or you can give me your phone.
No, you can't have my phone. I'll just save them and just hang on to them. And when you say I can share them, I will totally share them. I'll just keep them for posterity, for sure. Again, weird situation. That a lot of this is not really well known. Most people can't even get down here without permission, and those that I understand that have made it down here don't have a good time. So,
what do you want?
Not to die.
We're not gonna die. We'll be fine. Don't offend anyone. We'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, no offense. No offense. Absolutely not. I'll just do my job and call it a day. Yep.
Yeah, telling Vash not to offend anyone's like telling me not to beg for food.
Looks at King Gizzard and goes, uh-huh.
Decorum, sir.
We talked about decorum. I don't know when you're supposed to use it and not use it. We decided not to use it and then only use it in certain... You know what? Gizzard, I'm just going to follow you.
Okay.
Okay.
You've done worse things.
Yep, absolutely. Great. Thanks.
So you guys are standing there, and after about like Shannon or like Coley said, about 10 minutes goes by, and you guys hear in the distance this rattle of kind of like something on the tracks, but it doesn't sound like a subway. You're used to that sound of like the electricity and the and like it's moving fast, and this is like a lot slower. You can hear it's like this kind of like cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And suddenly out from the tunnel you see, I say suddenly, slowly from the tunnel comes down. It's like it looks like a kind of like a train car caboose, but it's older, like one of the train. And on the front of it, you see this ogre sitting with like a miner's cap on with a flame on the top of it, and on the front of it is almost like this bicycle that's on the tracks that you can see he's just pedaling along, pulling this subway car behind it. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. As he slowly pulls up, and you just see him like stop and kind of looks over at you. Aboard! And doors open, and there's a subway car, for lack of better terms, there in front of you for you guys to get on.
I'm
Hi,
hopping.
Henry.
Coley. Hi.
Good to see you. You're looking good today.
Oh.
I brought you something.
Present?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull out from my bag of holding a rabbit's foot keychain.
You see him reach out with his big old hands and just barely grabs it like the tiniest little, and he holds it up and goes, oh, fuzzy soft. Thank you, Coley. And you see him like he pulls out this like necklace with all these random charms of just crap across it, and you see him take a few seconds to kind of clip on the rabbit foot to it. Like there's just stuff on there. You see like a like one sneaker, like it's a Jordan Air Max, just like a right shoe of it. You see like I'm trying to think of different things on there, a hubcap from a car, just all this random crap that he puts on there, and you see him put the tiniest little rabbit's foot on there, and then he just puts it back and he goes, put there. All right, aboard. As you guys hop in the back, you just see him start to pedal, and it's like it's peeling out for a few seconds while he's pedaling, and then all of a sudden he gets the traction as you guys all lurch forward, and it starts taking off really slowly as you guys are in the back and he's on the front. So Stink, he's kind of in the front. You can't really talk to him. You guys are disconnected, but you're in the back there. As you look in the corner, you just see this old female dark gnome just kind of sitting there in like floral print dress, holding a wicker purse on her lap. She's got a big old like Sunday best kind of hat on there too, and she's just sitting there, looks over at you guys and just does like the slightest of wave, and then just goes back to sitting and staring forward kind of a thing as it takes off. Just
Hi there, I like your hat.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we should probably sit down.
Yeah, plenty of seats to sit down in the back of this old deal. There's lanterns around here too. There's no electricity involved with this. It's just Henry here moving along. And as you guys continue on, you see up ahead there's kind of a break in the tracks, and it kind of, as you look off to the left, it kind of circles back around, and to the right it just kind of goes straight, but looks like it goes into a like it has a barricade there blocking it off, like looking like the tracks will end. And you just see as it gets closer, the tracks are definitely set up to kind of curve right or to the left automatically, and as it gets closer, Henry just kind of pops a wheelie.
You might want to hold on now.
Yeah. See, hops over onto the other tracks, goes forward, and then he stops off of the barricade, sets it off to the side, gets back on, moves forward, gets off, goes back, puts the barricade back in, and then as you guys feel this begin to just slope down, and you guys are almost at a 45-degree angle as this sucker starts to go down and just curve, and it just circles and circles and circles. As, yeah, full on.
100% what Frankie is doing.
Just having a blast. Little gnome lady is still just sitting there in the corner, just kind of like staring at you guys all, having a good time. This happens, just keeps going and going and going and going. Give me all a survival check. You're trying to beat a 15.
Nat 20.
Oh, that nat 1 at the beginning, just like, it worked this time. 4.
Dirty 20.
All right.
14.
Ah, so close.
Coley and me, 4.
So Vash, Coley, and King Gizzard, I'm guessing, are just like, yeah!
Yes.
We're having a good time. We're going down. Actually, Vash is probably more like, just
stand there on his phone and go like, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're losing signal by the second.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's just,
yeah. Frankie and Amber, with what you guys are rolling, you realize you guys are going almost like half a mile, maybe a mile below the city at this point, just down, down, down into the depths underneath New York City. Whenever, like, you just know that it's like, oh, you guys are in a deep, deep area. So all of a sudden, it starts to kind of, rather than curving, it kind of ends up straightening out, and then slowly levels off as it happens on this. You still got a good speed to it, but you can feel now that he's not putting the brakes on it per se, but he is definitely not adding to the speed. He's trying to kind of slow it down at a gentle pace. He's done this before once or twice, maybe every few hours kind of a thing. And so all of a sudden it just kind of slows down. You guys also know Frankie and Amber, while it was circling, it was going straight down. And then basically, because of the direction of things, you know that whenever it ended, you guys are now heading back into basically directly underneath Manhattan in this case. So it's not like you went out underneath the water or you kept going off into, you are still directly underneath the city above you. And you know, from what you've gotten from the both of you from a small kind of experience of being around here, that it's like there's definitely a magical barrier around New York City. And so you kind of maybe are figuring out like, oh, maybe that extends down and up. Like it's not like a bubble kind of thing. It's more like a tube is how that's set up in a certain way. So for you guys to catch that bit of like, okay, so we're still here, we're underneath, but that's how this is all working out. It levels off, and it's all been a tunnel kind of a piece at this point, and all of a sudden you guys start coming out of this tunnel, and there's a faint glow in the distance as all of a sudden it's slowing down. Henry's slowing down the train car more and more, and as you guys come out of this tunnel into this, just the most beautiful, just gentle glow of this huge open cavern. As you look up, you see that the ceiling of this cavern is covered by stalactites. Yes, because stalagmites might touch the ceiling, right? Whatever. Huge rocks coming down, but all of them are glowing with crystals and glowing fungi and different things like that to just, it's like this beautiful, just light purple, just filling up this entire cavern. And as you look off into the distance, this train goes into the middle of all these different little this city filled with like little shacks and houses and buildings and everything like that. And the train pulls right into the middle of all of this. And you have Henry pull into a makeshift station and stop, and he's like, "Last stop, Subterra."
Frankie's getting off. She is. Henry, man, that was a hell of a ride. I'm high-fiving him. I am pumped. That was amazing. Henry, I love you. You're amazing. You're the best.
Oh.
Bash just kind of like walks by and goes, "Yeah, great. I'm glad we made it. That's super cool. Pictures."
Thanks, Henry.
Gizzard's gonna walk
thanks,
over
Henry.
and
Thanks,
offer
pale lady.
Giz is gonna walk up to him and offer a handshake and say thank you, and introduce himself to him.
Henry. He holds out his finger. This guy's huge. So like
Cool.
holds it out to you, kind of shakes it, and he's like, "Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too. I hope to see you again, Henry.
Same here. Be safe.
Hard times for me on that one, but thanks. Appreciate it.
Literally, Vash is walking, goes, "Not with that one." And keeps walking.
And he's like, "Metal man weird."
I'm working on it.
Okay. And you see him get up. He grabs the train cart, picks it up, kind of shuffles as he moves around, then turns around 180 and sets the train car back down, goes up to the front of it, and you see him just start pedaling back the opposite direction from where you guys came. Just kind of heading back up top. Running his route. That's what Henry does.
Vash looks up and goes, "That's really green. Like that's very that's using energy for a person, not for a like electricity. That's pretty smart. Yeah, cool." And he goes back to his phone.
Yeah. There's emissions, but they're not CO2 emissions with Henry. So,
well, there's a long run, and you have to have toots to have like expeditious retreat is what happens.
Get back up to the top somehow. All right, you guys are now in the city of Subterra, underneath the city of New York, and Coley, you know the direction to Zara's shop if you want to head that way.
Yeah. So
can I take a minute
go this way?
Yeah.
And just kind of look around and take it all in?
For sure. Cool. Give me a perception check if you want to. Or investigation, because you're saying you're trying to check it all out. Whichever one you want.
Same for Frankie, because like this is mind-blowing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'll stick with investigation because it's the second one you went to. It's a dirty 20.
Okay, good.
I rolled a nat 20, and if I was doing perception, that would have given me a 26.
Damn. So, Coley starts heading off. You guys are following him. I'm going to say Amber, and Vash is on his phone, of course. Amber's eyes on Coley because,
I thought he doesn't have...
It doesn't. It's Vash. It doesn't matter if it has signal or not. He's still on it.
Okay.
I have signal in my backpack. It's fine.
We will have a little bit of time to explore. Some, I know this is probably like an interesting place for everyone to view, but if we go see Zara first, we can drop off our stuff and then we can go explore, I think. Would you be amenable to that, or do you want to take some time?
Coley, you just had the coolest fucking ogre ever. Just brought me on a roller coaster down below Manhattan and dropped me into a cavern that is glowing, literally glowing. And you don't want to give me a second to take a look around?
Well, I mean, I just want to make good use of our time.
Girl, I promise you, I will be fascinated before and after this.
I just want to know what I see outside of glowing rocks.
Well, I was going to say what you guys were noticing, because I figured Coley was like, come on, guys. You guys are like walking with your heads on a swivel as all this is happening. So Coley's kind of leading the way. And this is an interesting city because you guys have been probably so used to New York up to this point, and then even King Gizzard to some extent being like where you came from, where there's carts and different things like that, and the city is designed around people being able to... This is very like tightly enclosed. Like most of the streets that you guys are going down are maybe 10 feet wide maximum. It is a walking city. It is not designed for carts to be going. If they are, they're very narrow carts, and people are just kind of cramped in there. And it is building upon building next to each other, made out of rocks and bricks and mud, all natural kind of deals, but just beautiful, intricate work done with it too, carved out of the stone on some of them. And then some of them, the next 3 down, all of a sudden something just haphazardly thrown together. And it's a very much a feeling like, as you're going through this, you realize too, like Frankie and King Gizzard, like you've been in cities before, and most cities are segmented, right? Like you have a very like styles put together all in one place, certain people in one place. You can tell like, oh, that's the rich block, and then next to it you might have where it's a little run down, but it's maybe a little farther away. Like people, it's like you can tell like, oh, that person definitely had a lot of skill, time, and money to put into their house, but then the person right next to him didn't. And it seems it's fine. And as you walk by people kind of up and about for the day, it's not like, oh, okay, we're now in the gnome neighborhood. Oh, and now we're in the dwarf neighborhood. And now we're in the dark elf neighborhood or something like that. No, you see everybody just interacting, working together. You see even a few humans. You see like, it's just different people here all interacting and working together. Like no rhyme or reason to it in your mind of like, wait, what's going on here? How is this all mixed up as you guys go through this?
Are they all houses? Are they shops or that we're walking past? Or
I mean, houses, shops. A lot of the shops definitely, like you can tell, are the combination. Like they're not just like, oh, I got my shop over here and then my house over here. It's like, oh no, I work out of my house above it, kind of a thing. Multiple story houses, some just single story. just going through all of this. But it's this weird conglomeration of just everything together. But probably the unique part of all of this is like up above, it's just lots of space. But then when you're down in these buildings, it's just kind of shoulder to shoulder, tight corridors. Maybe every now and then you come into like a courtyard area, definitely where there's a bunch of houses around it with like a fountain in the middle kind of flowing out of it, people out there chit-chatting for the day. You got some kids playing off to the side, and then Coley's like, you see her stop for a second. Oh, over here. And then you guys walk down that next corridor, go to it. Then another courtyard. Okay, yeah, this is down this one over here. As Coley's going through all of this.
At this point, Vash is literally tapping his phone and getting frustrated. And I was like, I can't. Oh, I don't. Okay, hold on a second. He puts it back in his bag and he's like, hold on a second. He pulls out another phone. And he's like, I don't have. And he puts it back and he goes, I don't have reception down here. There's something blocking. I'm not exactly sure. Oh. That is not well made. That's probably not a good idea to live up there. But that's, choices. So, cool. Yeah, so sorry guys. I don't have any reception down here. None of my phones are working. I apologize. I'll help as I can, but I don't have any communication down here. We're too deep. I apologize.
That's good, buddy. Maybe now's a good time to just take a look around and take everything in.
Why?
To experience things other than a screen for once.
Why?
I don't know any further than that, but I'm just...
Yeah, no, same thing. Like, I really don't know what to do here. There's some really cool things. There's some buildings, and there's some outside, and there's some people. That's really great. Yeah, so we'll just protect me, King Gizzard. I'm sorry.
All right. As you turn the last kind of corner there, Coley goes, here we are. And you see this, I'm in my mind, it's like you see this 3-story building, and it's got a green and yellow overhang. I don't know what they're called. The tarp kind of overhangs that you'd see for a shop. Awning. That's the word I'm looking for. You see this green and yellow awning coming out over it, and there's just beautiful green and yellow sign above it, and it just says Zara's Shops of Oddities above the top of it, and glass storefront kind of thing there with the same kind of painting on the top of it, and you can kind of see there's different pedestals and things with different items on top of it, and then there's wooden door there that, of course, whenever you open it and walk in, you hear that bell, that ding, as you walk in to this shop, and opens up inside, and just think of almost like a old school kind of not farmer's market, but market shop there, with the wood countertop off to the left, but then you just got this open shop off to the right with all these different things, and it's almost like an apothecary behind with all the little drawers and different labels across it and all that stuff. And behind the shop, what the hell am I lost it there? Not the bench, but the bar top that's there.
Bar top. Yeah.
You see this. At first, it might shock you a little bit. I don't know, but there's this female there with she's short, kind of stout, beautiful blonde hair, but she's got a receding hairline back to here, but then down into these beautiful braids with the most beautiful beard, with gray streaks down either side of it. And as you walk in, Coley leading the way in, you see Zara kind of look up. She's writing down on a pad, and she just looks up and goes, "Hey, Coley, what are you doing here?
It's wonderful to see you." And then I'm going to bow in the traditional way of the dwarves.
Silly. Okay. Is this what we're doing today? Are we going to have high tea too? Okay. She bows back at it. She's like, "So what are you doing down here? It's been about It's gotta be a few months.
I see Khalid bowing, and I'm just like gonna start curtsying because I have no idea what's going on.
And you brought friends?
I did. We were in the area, and I
Are
wanted...
these friends or hostages? Let's be very clear here. I gotta.
Probably a little
Coley
both.
brought you hostages before?
No, but it's Coley. You never know.
You're right.
She's like, I'm Zara. Nice to meet all of you. Is it your first time in Terra?
Yes, it is. And this place is fascinating.
It is, isn't it? I'm guessing you guys are from up top.
Sort
That
of.
would be a good guess, yeah.
Not really.
I was gonna say, I see you're not so pale. Well, you are, but the rest of you guys got at least a little bit of a tan.
Oh my God, Coley, did you hear it? She said I was tan.
And compared to her, you are. Like, her skin is almost gray as far as how lacking in color and stuff it is down here.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
That is so wise. So wise.
My email sent me that.
Email? I get email too on that every now and then.
People.
And she says, I get email on that every now and then. And she points over. Vash, you see in the corner just this ancient CRT monitor. Like, and it's just like, it's old school, beige colored plastic on the outside of it. It from this distance, you don't necessarily know if it's a Mac, an old school Mac, or a PC IBM, but it's
Commodore.
Yeah, it's old.
So Vash literally looks at it and goes, "Oh, I see you are a purveyor of antiquities."
I use that what works. But I
Does
purvey a
it
lot of
still-
things. Well, are you looking to buy some stuff?
Does it work?
It does the job for me.
That seems archaic and out of sorts. Apple has a lot of new products that would probably benefit. You know what? So what is that you say you do here?
Well, I sell a lot of stuff. I can make some things.
Anything in particular?
I mean, like as you see, it's an oddities shop. So whatever you would put in the word of oddities, I can help you out there.
The things from 20 to 30 years ago are definitely oddities. 100%.
You're saying,
Okay, Vash, I am going to help in here. Zara.
I'm gonna grab Vash by the back of his hoodie and drag him outside.
I gotta go. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta talk to Giz. 1 sec. Bye.
bye.
Who has the horn again?
I think Vash does.
I totally do.
Backpack. Before you go, King Gizzard, can we have the horn, please?
Vash, can you please give me the horn?
Knock it off. Why? What? I was just asking. She has classic material.
Yeah.
What do you need the
I'm
horn?
not bringing the word up again. Can I have the horn, please, so we can give it to Coley?
For
I'm gonna sick the lizard on you.
do not send the wizard. I don't need the horn.
Ow. Horn, please.
Why? I don't understand why you need the horn. I don't understand why now. We don't even know.
Let's just have the conversation before we
Before we start giving people
I don't necessarily
powerful.
want to hand it to Coley.
Thank you, Amber. We don't want to just give people powerful tools of mass destruction.
Where is this conversation happening? Is this outside?
No, hold on.
In front of
He's
Zara.
already outside.
Hold on. So this is my experience, right? So from a turn perspective, King Gizzard grabbed Vash and dipped and said, "Come with me and get out of the social experience."
Okay.
Right? Amber follows behind.
Okay.
And then we end up outside of the shop, where Coley and Frankie are still inside.
Frankie is like gushing over her beard and asking about all of the things that are around.
And Coley is locked in to be like, hey, friend, I had this thing. And me, Gizzard, and Amber are having this conversation like, why? Why do you need the horn? Get out of my backpack. Stop. Why are you doing that thing? And Gizzard's like, give me the thing. I'll stick the wizard on you. And Amber's like, well, why are we giving anybody anything? That's literally what's happening outside.
Frankie, then give me a performance check. You got to be at a 7.
Oh my god, I would love to.
Oh god.
Oh god, do you have high performance? Are you a bard?
I am.
Oh.
Also, I just want to point out that you said I have to get above a 7.
Uh-huh.
My modifier is a 10.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm just telling you, I rolled a 7 on her perception, so we're trying to see if every time she starts to look over to see what's going on outside, if you're able to get her attention back.
An 18.
Yeah.
We are lockstep.
Yeah, every time she's starting to be like, she's hearing like a, where are my backpacks? There's a commotion kind of going on outside. She starts to kind of look, and then Frankie, you're immediately pulling her back into the conversation. Oh, yes. You know, she's just like, yes, this necklace, I made it myself. Yeah.
There's this weird, like, outdoor, I don't know, flea market thing that's happening. Like the kid that's getting dragged out by his backpack to shut the hell up and stop being loud. And like the moms are like in the front, like, oh my God, your jewelry's so good. It's so good. And the kid's like getting dragged. Why, Mom? Why? I don't want it. I don't want it. And like King Gizzard and Amber are like, shut up. That's what's happening. I hear it.
Definitely. So,
all right, well, let's talk it out real quick then.
Yeah, I don't think we need to give Coley anything that Coley doesn't need yet. And I think there's a pretty solid argument to not hand valuables over to the pawn shop owner. And maybe we have the conversation with Zara to see if she's even interested before we show her what we have. We still don't even understand fully what it's capable of.
I thought we had the discussion of taking a small piece off of it. And that's
but
we did.
We don't know if she can do it yet.
She hasn't even need to show her.
No, you're not here. Nobody knows what you're talking about. To talk to the purveyor of things.
If she can do it, she probably knows what a manticore horn is, and we just need to make sure we want to pay the price. Like, we shouldn't hand anything over until we know what it's going to cost and whether we want to pay it.
Okay.
Hey, am I out here with you guys?
No, you're not. You're in the shop with Frankie.
Yeah. So Vash
you're
is
just
go,
like
okay.
yelling.
So Vash literally is like reaching his back, but stop. Hey. I don't really care where the horn goes. I just want to know, are we giving it up or not giving it up? Because it seems like it's a powerful item, but I thought we were going to like use it for good, but it sounds like we're going to use it for trade. I just want to understand where we stand on this.
My understanding was we were going to get the small piece off of it so that we could use it for good. Possibly.
Agreed.
And then turn the rest of it over to Bobby Knocker, Fuckstick, who still rubs me the wrong way.
Weird guy with the top hat. Like, it's really weird. It's really high for no reason, and I don't. It's uncomfortable.
Option K.
Option K. No. Yeah. No. If Frankie is not here, how dare you? So Bash literally looks and goes, "Did we get the piece we needed off of it, though?"
I thought that's why we were here, is to get that piece off of it.
So we're breaking it because based off of their request was to take the horn as a whole.
But again, part of the conversation we had outside of the tree was they're not going to know what's whole and what's not.
But we haven't gotten. So this is the part where we get the piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm fine then.
Okay. So, Amber.
So again, let's not hand it to Coley yet. let's let Coley have the conversation. The person hasn't even asked to see it. It's very premature to just hand it to her. We don't know this person, and Coley's contacts have gotten us into some shenanigans. And I'm over it. So maybe we see how it plays out just a little bit longer before we pull out our most valuable item.
Let's have a talk with Vash real quick then.
Hey, Gizzard, what's up? Oh, wait, no, hold on. Did you call your wizard back? I don't want to fight the wizard.
We're good for now. I just need you to do me a favor.
What's up?
We might need Zara to do something for us. Let's not piss in her food or anything like that and say something that might piss her off and cause her not to want to do things.
Okay.
Let's be nice and not make fun of her wares.
I don't. So
I understand you don't. I got it.
Right.
Hugs and kisses.
But Gizzard, I don't
hang out with me back in the corner.
I don't pee. I don't know what I'm not supposed to do. Do you just want me to
just hang out and
maybe just like hang out in the back. That you could
I don't even have genitalia, so I'm not hanging out anywhere. I don't understand the request.
You and I are going to stand together in the corner.
Well, I don't shit. I don't compute. I don't. Amber, can you explain a little bit better? Because I don't understand what I'm not supposed to do. I don't want to ruin this for the group. I just want to make sure that I don't say anything incorrectly.
Cool.
So I think the best way that we can do that, and since you don't have service right now, pull out that phone, pull out your notes app, and just start taking detailed notes for us. And then when we ask for the horn, be ready to go for that. But I think instead of saying it out loud, you can share it with us later and just
so take
hang
notes.
out.
Okay, so your request
but
is
don't repeat those notes out loud.
How will they know what I'm writing down? And how
you'll tell us later.
When is later?
We have full trust in you that you will get the right thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a bad idea. I don't have a right or wrong thing. Just like my genitalia, I don't have one way or the other. So what you would like me... So my understanding is you would like me to take notes based off of what everybody is talking about and then reciprocate those notes at a later time
when
that is undetermined. When requested. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure.
If you can.
No, absolutely, 100% I can. It's my job. It's what I do. But that's a different story. That's a thing that I do. But okay. But regarding the horn. So we're going to give it to this person and then get a piece of it back. Would that be something? I feel that you guys were very upset that the horn was in my backpack. Maybe we give it to Coley?
I don't think we should give it to Coley. I think you should hold on to it until we're ready, and maybe we need a signal.
So the piece or the rest of the horn? I don't know what I'm supposed to hold. I need somebody... I don't understand what goes in the backpack. So do I hold both pieces? The ball and the horn?
You don't have a ball, sir.
I don't have a ball because that's what we're trying to get. We're getting a ball.
Yeah.
But my question is again, am I holding both pieces? Or are we holding pieces separately? I just need to understand what I am going to contain in my backpack.
For now,
we'll figure that out.
Yeah, for now you just contain the horn until we take the horn out. And then we can discuss the next holding after that. But we might not even pull the horn out of the backpack because who knows if Coley's contact even wants to do this.
I mean, they asked for the horn, so I'm assuming they want me to bring it out.
Coley asked for the horn. Yeah. Zara doesn't know it's happening yet.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Going forward from a logical perspective, statistically, we're going to walk in there and Coley is going to ask for the horn 100%, which is perfectly fine. I'm happy to produce the horn and something's going to happen. No, it's going to happen because she's going to ask for it. And I have no reason not to give it to her. So I will give her the horn and she will do with her friend, whatever she does with the horn, which is weird, but at the same time, it's going to happen. And then at the end of the transaction, I will try to capture as many pieces of the horn as possible to make sure that I am carrying them both in my backpack. Logically, that makes the most sense because Gizzard over here already ripped me out because I had the horn in my backpack already. So I figure I have two pieces.
Okay. So what if y'all hang out outside, and then I'll go check in with Coley, let her know that once Zara needs the horn, I'll come back out and ask for it.
Yeah,
and she won't ask you for it.
No, I'm very
Let's
curious.
just do that.
Yeah, let's do that. So me and Giz are going to hang out here, and then you go back inside.
How you understand what hanging out is?
No, I don't actually, because my backpack hangs on my back, so my backpack is hanging out with the horn.
So, Amber, you're hearing them talk about this as you turn and go back inside. You hear them chit-chatting out there. You open up the door and come in, and you hear Zara talking with Frankie, and Zara's like, yeah, coconut oil, but then the key thing is whenever you brush, you have to use a wood comb. You can't use any of those weird plastics or metal, and that's really what really keeps the fullness going on, because then you're not pulling or anything like that. That's the key part to all of it.
I always heard it was supposed to be like a natural, like a boar's bristle. Like you're saying wood?
Well, you can do boar's bristle, but one, boar's bristle's hard to get down here, but then two,
fair.
Unless I talk to the boar first and see if the boar was willing to give it up, I kind of feel weird about it. I don't know about you.
Consent.
Yeah, 100%. It's all got to be on consent. That's the case there. Yeah. But yeah, I think you could grow one. You could pull it off.
You think? I've always wanted one.
I've tried to get Coley to do one for years, but she's just no. She'll do the tattoos and the weird piercings, but all of a sudden, when it comes to facial hair, she's not down for it. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, what are
your feelings, Pale One? How do you feel about beards? I think you could pull one off too.
You know, I appreciate that.
And you know what? I just realized something. Maybe you don't like being called Pale One. What's your name? I should call you by your name. That's not right. Frankie here, by the way, we just met. We're bestest of friends. I feel like you and I could be BFFs too.
100%.
Yeah. My name is Amber.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and I appreciate not being called Pale One.
I'm sorry. It was
cold season.
It's true. I'm sorry. It was not on my side. I should have been there. Okay, now it's just the ladies in here. Okay. What are we doing here? What's the fun? Like, Cole, you don't come down here for nothing. Now, the question is this on the up and up or on the down, down, and down?
It's probably gonna need a silencing agreement.
Oh, that level. Okay. But we're gonna keep the boys out of this.
They're fine. They're already aware of it, but we need to have an agreement in ink and blood before, we go into any more depth.
So outside, just so we're all aware what's happening, is literally Vash and Gizzard, and Vash is like messing with the lizard, going, but do you cast spells? How do you talk to him? Logically trying to figure out how Gizzard communicates to the lizard, as well as what does the lizard do logically. And King Gizzard, what are your responses?
I'm not really paying attention much to what Vash is doing. I'm merely sitting outside on the ground with my 100%. Back up against the store with a hat that I pulled out of my bag laying in front of me.
There's a robot poking a lizard on Gizzard's shoulder, and he has a hat turned down and just napping.
No. It's on the floor in front of me.
Perfect. You're panhandling. Yeah. So literally, while all this is happening, Vash is just poking the lizard and what do you do? Can you do a thing? How does this work? What do you do? How do you summon a thing? Make a thing happen. Blah, 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 blah. I'm literally the 5-year-old kid that just wants to see what happens logically, and nothing is happening, and the lizard is just getting more and more frustrated as you ladies handle the situation.
As you go back, as we now fade back into the shop, you see Zara pull out from underneath the table like a piece of parchment on it. She's like, so we have here our standard silencing agreement, as you and I have Coley, but Frankie and Amber, come here. I'll kind of walk you guys through this. So for normally it's about 4 gold, but Coley and I work together and I kind of trust a little bit. So for 1 gold, you get a silencing agreement. What this does is whatever we talk about after this, for the rest of today, basically, I am bound by this contract, both ethically and magically, from ever speaking of it again. In most cases, it kind of wipes my memory, but kind of doesn't, because you guys can talk to me about it and I can talk to you about it ever again. But if I ever get asked questions by somebody else, it literally is not in my head whenever it happens. I'm silenced from being able to say it, but even thinking about it, so somebody can't pull it out of my head. It's your standard silencing agreement. You've experienced this before, right? Frankie, you seem like you've done a silencing agreement.
Magic is so cool. Are you serious? Like, this shit works? Where was this when I was talking to my boyfriends? I swear to God, I could have used this a few times in my days.
Oh my gosh, this is like, trust me, like all the celebrities, this is what they use whenever they have the relationships. Like Taylor Swift, this is what she uses with all of her boyfriends.
Genius.
100%. That's why they don't ever, like she comes out with a full album about the relationship, and what are they saying? Because they had a silencing agreement. Now she isn't. She's smart. She knows it's a one-way kind of thing. But yes, of course, this is what this was for. All right. All right. So we're all good with this. Okay, I'm going to sign right here. And then you see her pull out like a small little like pin from her hair. I'll just say she pulls out here and just kind of pokes her thumb and puts a little blood. It's not much, just a tiny bit. Now, each one of you will need to do it too, just because that binds me to you and you to us, and we're all good in this. Does that work? Okay, here you go.
Does this make us like blood sisters?
No, but we can do that after this if you want to.
Okay, that's super cool. And so I'm just like, bink.
Sign, bink. Coley, you do it too?
Yeah. Amber,
you down?
I'm doing it.
Perfect. As the last one goes down, you see her go, all right, looks like we're good here. And you feel a little bit of a rush as the magic kicks in around all of you guys in that deal. And she goes, all right. So what's the down that we're doing?
Where's the horn?
Let's have the conversation first.
Okay, chances are she's never seen the horn before, and based on
we don't know that.
Are we talking about it?
No, Zara and I have had years upon years of working together.
Coley.
And while I haven't seen her in the last 4 months, I highly doubt that she has ever seen a manticore horn.
Zara, have you ever seen a manticore horn?
I thought we were talking about a trumpet for a second here. I was like, what are we doing with this? A manticore horn? No. Now, I mean, I have a couple of books that have some pictures of them in there. I've dealt with a rhinoceros horn once or twice, but never a manticore horn. That's amazing. I didn't even know there was manticore horns here in Erda. You guys have a manticore horn?
We may have a manticore horn.
She's signed the silencing agreement. She's not going to talk about it.
It's okay. It's their first time. Give them patience on this. That's right. So this manticore horn that you may or may not have, that may or may not exist, what are we wanting to do with this? Are we wanting to grind it up and snort and have a good old time? Or, I mean, come on, what's going on here?
You can do that? That's an option?
You can snort anything and have a good time in my books.
That is not an option.
I mean, that might be interesting. I wonder what we'd do for you.
Just saying. But what are we wanting to do here? I mean...
So,
okay.
What we would like to do. So we've been tasked to bring this back to somebody.
Okay.
But it's clearly it's a dope magical item, right? So really what we were hoping we could do is if we could take a little piece off so that we could keep it for us, because it's a dope magical item, but make it so that they wouldn't know that we took a piece of it off. That would be piece de resistance. Perfect.
Okay. And so, are we just talking to you
like our piece?
Okay.
We'd like to make our piece into a looking glass. What is it called again?
It's a scrying ball. A scrying sphere.
Ball. We'd like to make it into a scrying ball, but we need it to look like the manticore horn, just without that piece. It just needs to look whole.
So like if you just like kind of like took a little bit off the end.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't agree to anything, but this seems plausible. I've made magical items before. And you're wanting it to be a scrying ball.
I mean, useful, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, give me a second here. Let me just do a quick bit of research because I don't want to agree to anything that I can't do necessarily. But give me just a few minutes, okay? And you see her go into the back around the kind of corner. You can kind of see her in back, and she's like pulling out a book, pulling down, flipping some pages, puts it back up, grabs another book. She's grabbing, just kind of looking through, and then finally you see her go like, ah! And then you see her just like intent, like reading on one of the books. And yeah,
I'm just gonna like nudge Coley and be like, Coley, I like this one. Like, this one's good. The other one's shifty, shady. Not so much. But this one,
she's pretty great. Please don't burn this bridge. Between her and Henry, they're the only good things down here.
Oh, Henry's amazing. He's so cute. I'm gonna have to remember to bring him like a little trinket next time we come back down. And I gotta remember to see if I can find like an ethically gathered boar's bristle brush for Zara. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. Oh, maybe like one of my magical things I can talk to the boars and see. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But yeah, no, I like this one. Why can't all of your people be like this one?
Great question.
So, about then, you see her coming back and she's still reading this book and she's like, I think it's doable. Okay?
Love it.
I'm going to have to look at it now. I know that's a big ask.
Okay, but before we look at it, let's talk money. Like we've talked, is it plausible now? I want to know how much it's going to cost.
Okay. Here's first question before that.
Okay.
Are we talking fun size manticore horn, or are we talking party size manticore horn? What are we talking about size here manticore horn going on?
Is it a party size manticore horn?
Yeah, it's about, I mean, if it's in his backpack, it's probably.
We are partying with this manticore horn.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, you want me to make some other things with it? No, I'm just, we're going on that. We're good.
If it was up to me.
All right. So, that means if it's about that big, you're probably wanting a scrying taking off about a section that big to make a ball about that big. Okay. I was going to say, I need at least 5 ounces and then a 2 ounce of this. Okay, yes. I think this, I mean, like I said, I'm going to have to see it before I give 100% I can do on this, but I think I can do that. Sure. And so I'm going to say 10 gold to make the scrying ball, okay? If that's okay. But then I'm going to, that's to do that. Now you're also asking me to do another task, which is making the remainder of Manticore Horn look like nothing was done to it. And that's going to take some antiquing and some skill and some time on that as well, because we got to make that happen. I'm going to say that's going to be at least another 5 gold around that, if you're okay.
So 15 total gold. How long is it going to take now? Because that's the other thing, right? Like, we want to make sure that we're not taking too long on this. But I understand good work needs time, right? Like, so I understand that, Zara, and I respect that about you.
So here's what I'm going to ask for that. Giving a timeline, I'm going to have to see it. I don't want to give you any kind of, because it could be an hour. I mean, it could be as easy as I just look and go, all right, just got to polish this shit. Or I'm going to have to saw it and do a whole bunch of work, and this could be a couple of weeks involved with this. I'm going to need to see it. I hate to ask that. I can feel it from this one over here, Amber. I can feel that you just really still aren't trusting, but we're going to be okay here. It's
not a you thing. I hope you understand that. But I'll bring Vash and Gizzard in.
You gotta bring the stinky boys back in.
Wait, whoa,
you
can't just bring us in.
Prefer...
No, hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm fine with them, but yes, it's okay.
So literally, Vash. Hold on. So no, it's me and you. We're outside. What's up?
Right.
Okay, wait. I have a question.
Yes.
If she doesn't have a silencing agreement with them, then can she talk about the deal that she's made with? Can she still talk about the Manticore Horn? But if she's referencing them.
That's what I was about to act out whenever they came in and see what's going on with that.
Book talk over here.
Okay.
So they just need to sign
I'm just going to go outside.
agreement.
Yeah, I'm just going to go outside and ask the Manticore. I don't even think we need to have them sign the agreement.
What happens is you walk outside and there's me and Gizzard. Gizzard, sir.
So before she walks out, and while all that was happening, I'd like to do something, if I could.
Oh, bet.
Which you DM me about. Sure.
You can read that. So, Vash, buddy, can you sit down next to me for a second?
Vash, who has the wizard in his hands above the shoulder of Gizzard, goes, yeah, hold on a second. Puts him down, and he sits, and he crossed legs and just sits there like a homeless person next to Gizzard, and goes, what?
So, hey, buddy.
Hey, bud.
And Gizzard's demeanor changes from what it normally is kind of shifty, always looking around and crazy type deal thing, and he gets really serious.
Yeah, it was weird.
So he said, turns to Vash and says, so the other day, you did me a solid. You stepped in when I was about to give away one of my most precious memories.
I don't think it was fair.
It might have been for you, but I want you to know how much that meant to me.
Okay.
Because that memory, it really is what's kept me hanging on for a very long time.
I don't. My memories have been so long gone that I don't care much for them anymore. But I understand my purpose and how to find my purpose. And I'm trying to do that. So memories don't give me a future.
What I'd like to do, if it's okay with you.
Sure.
I'd like to share that memory with you, bub.
Oh. How can you share that memory with me? That would be very interesting.
And I proceed to tell Vash the whole story of the memory.
Can you tell the memory?
Yeah.
Gizzard? I would like to hear about it.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta go. I gotta look at the thing. I gotta read the memory.
You can read it later, because I'm gonna say that we don't want the. I'll let you have that. That's your whispers between each other. So
thank you.
You come out, and Amber, when you come out, King Gizzard and Vash are kind of just in a.
No, we're just sitting there. No, we're not hugging. We're literally just sitting there quietly together, and we aren't hugging. We aren't doing anything. Vash is quiet, not on his phone. Gizzard is quiet and just sitting there, and the wizard is sitting on his shoulder, and we are sitting there in solace and quiet.
Accurate.
Hey, can I get that Manticore horn now? You guys can stay out here and keep doing this.
Vash looks up and goes, the whole horn?
Yes.
You can break it?
I thought we were doing pieces.
I can't. We will be, but for now, we're going to take the whole out of your backpack. Someone's going to make it into pieces, and then we'll return it to your backpack.
How many pieces?
Just one. Two pieces.
Yeah, two. You can't have one piece because I have one piece, but I can give you the horn to get two pieces.
That'd be great. If you could give me the horn as is right now out of your backpack and hand it to me, that would be great. And again, then you two can finish. It looks like I interrupted something. I'll leave you to that. We've just gotta. I'm not going to give it to Coley. I'll just hand it directly to Zara. We're going to be able to make this deal. And if you each have 3 gold coins, that would also be helpful.
Bash literally looks up, full robot face, just no expression, whatever, and just looks at Amber and goes, does this finish our quest?
Not quite.
Gizzard looks down at his hat and says, yeah, I got nothing.
Literally, Bash, again, eyes light up again, and looks over to Gizzard and goes, so I guess I will front you.
Thanks.
3 for you, 3 for me. That's 6, right?
Or we can do 2, 2, and 2.
Oh, we can do 2, 2, and 2. Will 2, 2, and 2 work?
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But this will get us what we need?
Yes.
Okay. Then if this gets us what they need, can I roll insight?
Yeah.
To verify this is what I need to progress? Fuck. 6!
Feels like it.
Feels good. Yeah. So literally Vash reaches in her backpack and goes, okay, Amber. 1 second. And like reaches in the back. You know you have that weird thing like you have to reach in your backpack because you can't reach it. Like,
You do the whole shimmy to get it off first.
and like you take it off and you're like, hold on a second, and like put it in front of you and you're like, and then you like dig to the bottom. And so I pull up
It's wrapped in something, right?
Oh. Allegedly. It's wrapped in something. We did not get the pass to figure out what that was, from my understanding, Greg. Is that correct?
No, you guys, that was Amber's thing with the melting face deal. So yeah, I'd say it's just got like a piece of cloth around it. It's nothing crazy.
Okay, so people aren't going to see it flashing.
No.
in the street.
It's just like a piece of cloth kind of wrapped around.
So Vash reaches in the backpack, goes to the bottom, is like, all right.
It's in a big tube sock.
Yeah, it's a tube sock. It's very
Top
much
tied
like
off in a knot.
Red Hot Chili Peppers tube sock. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And he looks at Amber and goes, I'm so excited to get back to work. And then hands it to Amber.
Thanks. And I just run inside and
Lily Vash turns around, sits down and goes, and looks at Gizzard and goes, I don't know if that was the right answer.
So yeah.
Which answer?
The giving.
We'll find out.
Okay.
What do we have to lose?
Just your lives.
Not much. Not a lot. I can go back home, but the wizard looks over at the lizard and goes, he seems like he has a lot to lose.
Not yet.
Okay. And then we both just sit there, and then literally all Vash does is take his backpack off. He opens the front of it and sets it in front of him and just sits there.
He's panhandling now too. All right, we'll see that. So we go back inside to Amber. You're walking in with this manticore horn in a tube sock. And
yeah, and then I'm gonna walk by and side eye Coley because I'm just getting myself more and more heated as this exchange goes on, and hands it to Zara.
Zara takes it, she sets it down, and then she looks over at the glass front, of the shop with the glass door, and you see her just reach in. She's like, 1 second. She reaches under the counter and pushes a little button, and you see just kind of these shades come down to block anybody's view from coming in, and you hear a slight click to the front door. She's like, never too careful. And she undoes it, pulls up, and she goes, oh my God, this is beautiful. That's it.
I told you.
Do you
party
guys...
sized.
I like you. All right. Do you guys feel the power just coming off this? Okay. Yeah, 15 gold. Still, I feel that's about right. And all right. Let's see. I'm gonna say it's gonna take me at least 3 days, if you guys are okay with that. I can probably, to get the scry ball, I could probably have that for you guys. Well, let's say this. Which do you want me to do first? The scrying ball or the horn? I can do all of it in 3 days, or I can probably do one of them at about like a day or so. Like I can get the horn by itself chopped off, reconditioned, looking back to a normal like it was originally, and then that could take about a day. The scry ball is going to take about a good 2 days because I've got to source a scrying scroll and I've got to go get a few elements else on that, and it's going to take a while to then polish and all that fun stuff because I'm not going to give you something shitty. I want it to look nice for you guys, and then of course presentation blocks all that.
And then the scrying ball, I think.
Okay. So, or do you just want to come? So you want to come back in 24 hours for the horn, or okay, okay, and then the scry ball will be ready in 3 days total. Kind of time. Okay, we can do that. So I'm just gonna need 15 gold now. Coley, you know, I hate some people are against this, some people are okay with it, but I ask for payment in full up front.
I'm just gonna reach in my bag and pull out the 15 gold and slap it on the table for her.
Girls rolling over here. Where did you? Now, you've been telling me like you're new to this magic thing, yet you're over here up in the gold? What's going on?
No, girl, I am new to this magic thing, and the gold is a whole different story, which we do not have time or effort or energy for right now, or drinks. We need drinks for that story, and we don't have drinks right now, and that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I got you.
When you come back, we got to get drinks. We're going to get drinks, and we'll do that. All right.
Sounds
good. Okay. Well, I'm going to take this real quick. She's like, I'm going to go put this back in the back, make sure it's safe in my vault before we open up the front. Okay, so just give me 1 second. And so she heads off into the back with the horn and comes back about a minute later. You definitely hear like something opening up like a door and locks and all that stuff, and then locking back keys wise and all that kind of stuff. And then she comes back and she's like, okay, so 3 days, I'll have you guys a scry ball. But if you come back by this time tomorrow, you know, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning right now. So if you guys come back tomorrow morning, I know it's a Sunday, but I'm okay with that. It's fine. I don't have much to do on a Saturday. So you guys come back tomorrow and I'll have it ready to go for you guys to take the horn back, if that works for you. Okay?
Sounds great. You mean I get to see Henry like 3 more times? That's amazing. I'm so excited.
Oh, don't you love Henry? He's the sweetest.
He's the best.
We could just stay here overnight and rent a place.
You could. There's plenty of little places around town.
Have some time to explore.
Yeah.
I like to explore. I don't know about Vash though. He likes to get home every night. We'll have to work with him and find out. But
I mean, you guys could go over and get a dirt B&B.
A dirt B and what?
A dirt B&B.
Is that like a pile of dirt?
No. Apparently up top, I've heard this before, there's something like called an Airbnb. So somebody came down here and came up with dirt B&B, since we're under the dirt in the stone and earth and all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Like I forget how stupid it sounds until I explain it. Right? Like,
no, it's not your fault.
It's like common phrase around here. Oh, I'm just gonna get a dirt B&B for the night. Yeah, I'm gonna
trust me. There's plenty of stupid stuff.
Did you hear about Sarah that she opened up a dirt B&B? Yeah, she got all of her stuff from here. Yeah. She's trying to be a new hobby side tussle. Yeah, it's a common thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
I realize there's certain things we do down here that you guys don't do up on the top, but it's all good.
Same girl. Same. It's fine.
All right. Cool. Well, hold on one second. And you hear she clicks on there and the door clicks and locks and the shades go back up. She goes, all right, well, that should do it. I'm going to have to get to work. But is there anything else I can get for you guys while you are here? Is there anything else you're needing or looking for?
How do we book a dirt B&B if we don't have phone service? Can you help us with where do we start with that? Or is there a way that we can get service? Because then I think Bash might be more willing to stay down here. We've got a way to help with
She's like, hold on, I'll make a quick call for you guys. You're looking for do you want just one? You're looking for 2, 3? How many rooms do you guys need?
3 rooms, 5 beds.
Okay, give me 1 second. And you see her go over to buy the ancient computer, and she pulls out a rotary phone and just sits there, pulls it up, and you just see.
Man, I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
You pick it up, and she's just sitting there listening for a few seconds. And it's like, "Hey, Sam, how you doing? Yeah. No. Well, Tuesday. No. Wait, no, I'm not calling about that. Yeah, okay. I have other things I need to talk. Sam, focus. Okay, Sam, I need a dirt B&B for tonight. We're looking for one that can host like 3 bedrooms, 5 beds. You got anything like that? Okay, yeah. All right. Sure. No, put it on my tab. Don't worry about it. I got this one. We'll take care of this one for them. Okay. What was that address again? Okay. 2578 Wordsworth Street. Ooh, that's a nice area. How did you get that one? Oh, sorry, I gotta stay focused. All right. I'll send them over. They'll probably. You said it'll be available at 3:00. Okay, I'll let them know. All right. Have a great one. All right, Sam. Sam, I gotta go. Bye. You see her click on it. Okay. She takes a little piece of pad paper, rips it off, and she goes, all right, here you guys go. I got you a great little place. This one's on me. You guys are my customers.
Oh my God, Zara, that's so sweet, girl.
Well, trust me, you guys, you're gonna be good customers. I can just feel it, like that. This is the start of a great relationship, and I take care of my customers. So here you guys go. It's not gonna be ready till 3:00 this afternoon, but if you head there in the same square of that area, there's a great little bistro that serves some amazing mushroom dishes. So it's gonna be great. You'll love it. So, all right. See Frankie
That sounds fantastic. Thank you so much, Zara. I love this. We will see you tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it. And then in 3 days, I'm going to get us another dirt B&B because we're going to be out late. And we need a place to stay. Am I right? We're going to party. It's going to be a great time. All right.
Let's go.
Perfect. All right. You guys are able to head out and go from there if you want to.
And we know based on the directions that she gave us, right?
Yeah, she wrote down the directions, how to get there and stuff. Maybe Coley knows a little bit of her way around the area too, of how to get there and stuff. So
sweet. So I'm gonna walk out of the store and I'm gonna come to the boys and go, hey, I have great news. We have a dirt B&B to stay at tonight.
A dirt what and what?
Basically, we're gonna go stay at somebody's house. And we're gonna go to the house. We're gonna sleep in their rooms.
Do we know this person?
No, we're just renting it from them.
Are they gonna be okay with us being in their space?
Yeah, they get paid for it, so they like it when people come and stay in their space. I got you your own bed. Don't worry, it's okay because we end up having to clean the place spotless before we have to leave to make sure that they like us and they welcome us back again, and so we have to do the dishes and the laundry and make sure that we take out the garbage and mop the floors and all that other stuff. So really they're getting the best part of this, I promise. They're getting a freshly clean house out of this.
Few home repairs while you're at it too.
Yeah.
They're going to be okay with us being in their space and around them all the time? I don't understand why we would stay where other people are living.
They're not there.
What?
Yeah, they won't be there. It's just going to be us there.
Who?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me either, but a lot of people make a lot of money doing this. So, and it's easier with the bigger group instead of trying to find a bunch of hotel rooms or, any of that stuff. So.
Are pets allowed?
Yes.
We didn't ask that, did we?
We didn't, but I'm assuming that Zara saw that we had the lizard wizard with us, and so she's going to make sure that we're well taken care of. And it's fine because we'll pick up after him, and so they'll never even know there was a lizard in their house.
Okay.
Again, own bed.
I grab my hat. I stand up.
Okay.
Real quick question. Do they have a three? It's a weird question, as I know that you guys don't have a lot of concerns about power and generation. Do they have a 3-prong socket that I could plug into?
That is a fantastic question.
I mean, usually, like most dryers and dishwashers use the same thing in this day and age. I just want to understand if there's a place that I could plug in. If not, that's fine. I just need you to sleep a little bit longer.
What do you need to plug in for?
To charge.
What are you charging?
Me.
Himself.
Oh.
That's okay. Oh. We will find out when we get there.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm excited. This will be great. How did everything work out with the horn?
Fantastic.
Good. So we have 2 pieces.
We will have 2 pieces in 3 days.
We will what?
It takes time to Vash. As somebody who also likes to tinker and build things and do all those things, you know that it takes time to make things, correct?
No.
Yes, it does. I've seen you build your little homunculuses. And so sometimes it takes time to do that. And so she needs time to do this. And so we're going to give her the time that she needs to do this.
But 3 days to saw off a piece is not, you're not building anything.
We're staying in town tonight because she's going to saw off the piece and she's going to give us back the big piece tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to come back and we're going to get the big piece. And then she's going to take her time to really make the second piece really nice and smooth and shiny for us. And then once that's ready, we'll come back and get that in 2 days after we get the first one.
Oh.
Okay. So in 3 days' time, we will have the 2 pieces. Okay?
Okay.
Vash, buddy.
Is it?
What's up?
I'm not really concerned. Just that seems like a lot of time to saw off a piece of the horn. So
but we're not just sawing it off, right? Like we have to make sure that Bobby can't tell that we sawed a piece off. So she's got to go through and she's got to make it look like it was supposed to, right? Sure. So again, time. It's gonna take time.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
But think about it, Vash. How often have you ever been in wherever we are? In Subterra, right? Yeah. How many times have you been here?
Once.
And that's this time right now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So don't you think it'd be great to spend a little bit of extra time here while you're here? And explore and see all the things that you don't get to see on a regular basis?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to that Dirt B&B and see if they have a plug. Get you a little juicy charge, and everything will be just fine.
Okay.
Okay. Coley, lead the way.
Coley starts heading off. You know the way. You're kind of like, oh yeah, this is actually, there's no like nice part of town. Like I said, it's all kind of like different areas, but this was a fairly like fun little area. Like, this particular little square. It's got like you said, it has the bistro that's there. It's got a little tavern off to the side, and then the house. Like you've never been here to this house before, but you kind of know the area and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is good. As you guys are walking through all this, Coley, I need you to roll me a stealth check.
With advantage, right?
No.
5.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys are walking through, Coley's like, oh, this place is over here. Like, I've been here a few times. It's great. And over there, I've got a couple friends on this stuff and all that. And then you guys get to this little central square area, and there's the bistro that's there and stuff like that. And as you're walking up, Coley, you see, a couple of familiar faces kind of thing, but it's like you can't put a name to it. And they're just like, oh, hey, can I get you guys a table? You guys looking to sit down and eat for a while?
I mean, I could definitely take a bite. Do you have a menu I could look at first?
Yeah, let me see what I can get together. And so they reach over and, pull out a couple of pieces of paper with just handwritten stuff on it that's available. And you see on there like, you know, your standard fare coffee, I'm like coffee and coffee. Not
Coffee.
mimosas, espresso, but there's like mimosas. When you get into the food section, certain things you're used to seeing you don't see there. So there's nothing made of any grains. Like, it's kind of rare as far as that's all concerned. But there's definitely a lot of meat-based foods and definitely a lot of like fungi-based foods as well. But not beyond that, no green, no like salads, anything like that, no vegetation, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so I definitely want a drink.
Okay.
So let's go with like a mimosa. I'll definitely take a mimosa.
Okay.
And then so like I'm seeing like a lot of mushrooms and stuff on here. I have an allergy.
Oh.
I'm allergic to mushrooms. Should I just drink my lunch today? I'm fine with that. I just want to confirm if that's the approach I should take.
Yeah, I think unfortunately even our meat-based dishes have like, we put mushrooms in that, like there's not, I mean, yeah, really,
fantastic.
So you're allergic to mushrooms?
I know. It's a sad life I live.
And you live in Subterra?
Oh, not from around here.
Oh, you're not from around here. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Couldn't you tell by my tan?
Oh, yes, you are. Okay, I see that.
I know.
Wow. Okay, I see the tan now. Okay.
Okay, so then I will take 2 mimosas, hold the orange juice.
That's great, because we don't, that'll cut the cost in half. Okay.
Oh, so I get them at a discount? Fantastic, even better.
Sure.
Cool. Amber, did you want anything?
So
I'll take one of those mimosas.
All right, I got a mimosa for the lady here.
Two for Frankie, 1 for Amber.
Yes,
I believe it's the order.
And your favorite dish, whatever your favorite food dish is.
Okay.
Dealer's choice.
Well, I can do that. I will do the eggs and mushrooms.
Sounds.
Go with that. It's kind of like an omelet, but it's just eggs and mushrooms. It's great. It's fantastic. Wonderful seasoning on it too. We put lots of salt.
Love salt.
Well, we got lots of salt down here. All right.
So Vash literally turns around, like turns his backpack, and is like starting digging at the bottom, and he pulls out like a honey bun and donuts from like the gas station, right? Like It's not food, it's something. And he goes, you should, if you can't eat the food, you should probably eat this. And hands like both of them to Amber and Frankie, not determining who's going to take what, just like
here, it's available.
Yeah, just like, these are available. And then like zips up his backpack and goes, and just stands there.
Sweet little honey bun, and I grab the honey bun.
Damn it.
As you're like opening your backpack and doing this, we've already determined you've got like phones galore in here. So as you're moving electronics and your phones around, stuff like that, you see her look over and she goes, "Oh, do you need out of curiosity, do you need like access to Wi-Fi or anything, sir?"
Oh yes, yeah. If you have the Wi-Fi, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean we've got some of the best Wi-Fi in town. I mean, we're all the way up to 56K here, so you got some of the fastest speeds in all of town.
And Bash literally just, his face goes like numb and just like, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll give me a second. I'm going to have to turn it on and connect it.
But
yeah, I mean,
for sure.
we're one of the only places in town that has Wi-Fi. Like everywhere else, you got. I feel
like Bash's face is totally just the metallic eyes and no expression with the mouth. It's just like, yeah. And there's nothing. There's just no, it's like, I'll take it.
I'll get it all set up and I'll bring you back the name for it, I think is what they call it or something like that. Like there's an address, like you're going to a place. It doesn't make sense to me because it's like it's in the air. You can't just go in the air. It's
I would really appreciate that.
It's talking like you got to go to a physical place. It's just so weird to me.
No, it's so weird technology how it works out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like not everybody has it these days. It's weird. Like everybody has internet.
As he's mumbling to himself, she turns to you, King Gizzard, and Coley, and goes, "And what can I get for you?"
And literally, you hear in the background, internet.
I'll just take a latte, please.
Okay, I got a latte for you on that. And for the large man over here.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, you are.
Gizzard,
all right.
Gizzard, get something to eat. Also, do you have anything? Hold on. Gizzard, what does the lizard eat? Does he need some bugs or something?
I mean, he's been eating them off the sidewalk when you guys were in the store anyway. It's
Okay. Well, you should get something to eat. I'll buy it for you. You don't have to worry about it. But I want you to eat something.
sure.
Yeah. Get him
Thank
like a really big meaty dish.
Okay. We got steak and eggs.
Steak and eggs sounds great. You're gonna love it, Gizzard. I promise.
Just steak and eggs.
Thank you.
All right. Well, let me go get this Wi-Fi set up, and I'll bring you back your drinks and your food in a second. And so you see her go in the back. Vash, out of the corner of your eye, you see her like pick a rotary phone off the wall, like the receiver of it, and you see her like dialing some numbers, and then you see her pull out the connector deal and like clicks it on with it,
and like take the phone and hang it up and not
put it on there, and then you see her reaching over and she pulls out this huge ass like Cisco router, sits it on the top. You see her screwing in the antennas.
Feels good, man. Feels good. Literally, Vash stops and goes, "Do you have any? Oh, is anybody? I have a request." And he just puts his hand up.
Is this for the group or for the waitress?
Oh, for the waitress.
Oh, okay. She's like, 1 second, I'll be back out there. I'm trying to get these drinks together. So she's like pouring, getting all the drinks and stuff, filling out the ticket, sticking it up into the back area, and she comes out, starts putting out the drinks around the group, and she's like, "In your latte." Okay. Yes, little boy with the hoodie.
Sorry. Do you have probably at the back you might have some like nuts and bolts, mostly like metallic configurations that don't get used normally all the time. Can I get a bowl of that?
Let me see what I can do for you.
Thank you.
Does she have anything like that?
Does she?
She comes back out when she brings out the food to everybody. She has like a cup with like 2 screws and a bolt. And she's like,
okay. And Bash goes, thank you. Do you have that Wi-Fi password?
Oh, password. I don't know about password. I don't think it has a password on it. It's just that I think it's what is it? And she hands it over, and it's like Cisco 185.22987.
Literally. So she hands it over to Vash, and Vash goes, "Oh."
And when you bring up Wi-Fi on your phone, it is literally the only Wi-Fi.
No, 100%.
It's not password protected. Nothing. It's just
Vash connects onto his primary phone.
Perfect. And you literally it's 56K.
And it's just grumbling the whole time, like 56K, bud. Like, why do you even try? Like, why are you paying money for the more? It's grumbling under his breath.
Yeah. And so with that, Vash, as you see it loading, you see your email box. You see a notification, blink. You've got a new email in there, and you're an inbox 0 guy. So like.
Yeah, 100%. Like, so I have a new email. So I read the email.
Yeah, it's Dick Strongthorn. And subject line, all it is like, where are you? And there's like, you open the email, that's the subject line, there's nothing there. It's just the standard signature from Dick Strongthorn, all that kind of stuff. And as you're reading that and contemplating it, you give me everybody a general perception check. You're trying to beat a 15. You're not. You're looking at your phone, focused on that.
Okay. Yeah.
17.
Nice.
Also a 17.
Nice. You still feeling me now?
12.
Okay. 11.
Coley, King Gizzard, you guys are, since you got food, you guys are sitting down starting to eat your food as it's laying there. Frankie, Amber, you guys are kind of looking up and around while you're drinking your mimosas. And you start to notice in every kind of corridor out of this out of this courtyard area, you are seeing figures in these black overalls, like one-piece overalls, not hillbilly overalls, but like it's like a one-piece suit kind of thing. And they've all got, I'm just trying to make sure. I said overalls, and I was like, immediately that's what popped in my head was like hillbilly overalls.
Coveralls, 100%.
So, and they've all, clearly looking officials in this. They've all got guns, and they're all sitting there staring at you guys from the corridors. At that moment, guns drawn, about to come in, and that is where we will end for the night.
Hold on, before we end, Vash goes, beep you. Well, they know I'm not at work.
Oh no.
So that's what you hear all in one moment. Thank you, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Da, da, da.
Yep, 100%. That's
cliffhanger.
Again, this is episode 4.
Oh, this is 6, I think.
6? Yeah. Again, Vash has said every time. Technically 7. But like Vash has said every time, hey, I gotta go to work.
It's a Saturday, though.
Uh-huh.
And you took a week of PTO.
Saturday is not part of the week.
Maybe.
Allegedly.
He said he took PTO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where me and Gizzard, best friends.
Good times.
Allegedly.
All right. For those watching this in the future, we'll see you on the next episode, because nobody's watching this live right now.
Indeed.